Janet and John go to a flower show. Today, Janet and John are going to an autumn flower show in the village. Do you like autumn flowers? John puts on his pink flower print dungarees and sparkly gold Wellington boots. The flower show is being held in a big tent in the vicarage lawn. When Janet and John arrive, Janet sees Pastor Kidneys. And Janet...
Sorry.
Janet says, I'm just going to talk to Pastor Kidneys about the Harvest Festival. Can I trust you not to get into mischief, John? See John nod his head and do a special newsreader's honour sign with 2 fingers. It's a bit like a scout sign, I suppose.
I practice that every day.
John walks around the show looking at all the lovely autumn flowers. John sees Mrs. Defieux putting out a display with some very nice pink flowers. Hello, John, says Mrs. Defieux. Mrs. Defieux is from Guernsey. See the worried bankers. John says, these are very pretty flowers. And Mrs. Defieux said, they're called Colchium. They're quite like crocodile, but flower in the autumn instead of the spring. I have pictures here of some of the other varieties I have grown. But people in Guernsey don't talk like that. She sounds like she's from Munich. And John says, how did this characterization creep in? And John says, they're very pretty, thank you. And John sees Mrs. Andrews struggling with a big wooden barrel. And John says, can I help you with that, Mrs. Andrew? Yes, please, says Mrs. Andrew. Thank God she's English. I'm trying to see if it has a hole at the bottom for a tap. But I can't tip it over. See John tip up the barrel. See how strong John is. Do you know what a truss is? Mrs. Andrews says, oh dear, there is no hole for the tap. I have the right drill bit in the back of my car, but I'm not very good at DIY. Can you help, John? I think I know where this is going. Certainly, said John, and goes with Mrs. Andrews to fetch the drill bit with a saw attachment. And Mrs. Andrews says, sorry, it's a bit of a mess in the boot, and the tool bag is right at the back. You have longer arms than me, so I'll hold the boot lid for you. Soon John has found the special drill bit and makes a lovely neat hole in the barrel. Clever John. See John hop and skip back to meet Janet. Janet has just finished talking to Pastor Kidneys. Hello, Janet, says John. Janet says, Pastor Kidneys has given me a big bunch of his prize carrots. Have you been a good boy? Yes, says John. First I saw Mrs. Defieux. She was showing me some lovely pictures of her naked ladies, and then I saw Mrs. Andrews. She said she needed some help, as she had a big butt that needed drilling. So I went with her to her car for a special bit. It was a bit of a stretch, but I had to reach around, and soon came back with her whole saw. See Janet go purple and get out the carrots from her bag. Did you know that carrots are good for your eyes? Carrots are not good for John's eyes. See John's eyes water. Poor John. I was afraid of that from the beginning.